If you had to preach a sermon using one scene, I guess, from any of the movies, from any of the books, or from the book, or any of the movies, what scene would you pick?
So I thought a lot about this. Was my favorite question out of everything you gave me, and so I really thought a lot about this.
Yeah,
it was not.
There's so many different locations you could pick.
It wasn't immediately obvious to me because there were, like you said, there's a lot.
Yeah.
But the one that really kind of came to the surface, I think it's unexpected, is the interaction between Gandalf and Frodo in, I think it's the Mines of Moria in Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay.
Where Frodo and Gollum, he discovers that Gollum is following them.
Yep.
And he says, "I wish that Bilbo had killed him when he had the chance." And Gandalf responds, I got the quote, so he says, "Many that live deserve death, and some that die deserve life. Mm-hmm. Can you give it to them? Then do not be too eager to deal out death and judgment, for even the very wise cannot see all ends."
Yes.
I think that is absolutely profoundly wise. Like the people that we wish to judge, we first of all don't know where they've come from. Second of all, we don't know what they're going to be, you know?
Yeah.
And the worst of people can turn out to be the greatest of saints, you know? Mm-hmm. And so withhold judgment and leave that, you know, you're not wise enough.
Right.
So back off of it. I think that's absolutely spot on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
What about location-wise?
Okay. What do you mean? Okay.
So, because, I mean, most of it's like New Zealand, and New Zealand, you know, it's very photogenic of a place, you know, with the mountains in the background and things like that. But
are you asking where my favorite location is in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, let's do like a part 2 of that question. So yeah, sure. What would you pick?
Shire.
Shire?
Yeah, I think so.
How come?
I think my close second is Lothlorien, but the Shire.
Okay.
Because it's home. Looks like a home. You know, everything about it is.
There's a lot of emotion that comes from the screen.
Yeah.
You can relate to it.
You know, you can rent that place and stay in it.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's an actual place. Real. Yeah, someone built it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one
it's
they
like
had
a little community.
Yeah.
Yeah. The actual one, and then
someone bought all that
Yeah.
and made it homes.
Yeah.
And you can rent those and stay in them.
But those the Shire is everything about it looks warm, hospitable.
Yeah.
People are enjoying life.
a lot of the golden hour for the videography, photography.
What did you say the other place?
A lot of sunshine.
Lothlorien.
Where's that at?
So
I don't know.
It's the where the wood elves live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do know. Okay. I know
Yeah.
now. Sorry.
And everybody,
The wood elves, John.
Sorry.
my wife says Rivendell, and I'm like,
Yeah.
can you imagine how mildew and musty that place would be?
It's true.
Quite a bit, I would imagine. Very, how to put this respectfully, very natural smelling.
Yes. Yeah. Unless the elven magic keeps that stuff away.
I mean, hey, I don't know, but
yeah.
All right. We're going to move away from Lord of the Rings for a second because when you start naming locations and things like that, I just watch movies. No. Sorry.
I told myself I wasn't going to do that. Yeah. But anyway.
Well, you failed. All right. So
utter failure.
You personally, what gives you hope right now?
About what exactly? About the future of the world, or
Sure.
I mean, the Bible answer is God's in charge, and I do believe that. But what I visibly see is I actually am encouraged by going back to the masculinity thing, a revival of sorts, and I think a good pride about what it means to be a man.
Yeah.
For a long time, I feel like men kind of had to hold their heads down. Right? This whole notion of toxic masculinity and all that.
Yeah.
And that's not as prevalent. And I see a lot of trends, even in the secular world, of calling men to responsibility. And I think that is a very encouraging trend. I like to see that.
Yeah. And I know in the kind of going back to those the Flywheel movies, but the Courageous movie, one of the parts in that movie is where the men, after they've kind of done a whole lifestyle change and kind of more intentionally came back to God, more life focused on that, they were talking about how I feel like, God is telling me to call out the man in my son, and thinking about that. I'm not there yet with mine, but how much of a responsibility that is.
Yeah.
But not just at that moment, but all that groundwork, that foundation laying that has to happen now and should have been happening and somewhat has been, but more intentional now, as I've, done some self work, to redirect and to do better, in a more of a God pleasing way, living more, getting back to where I'm more intentional on the time that I spend with God and doing more of what He would want me to do versus what does myself want me to do, and that's a decision that I have to do every day.
Yeah.
Every situation that comes up, okay, how am I going to handle this? It's that part of that self checklist of, me or God,
Mm-hmm.
And if it's God, then it's probably in some realm of, dying to myself so I can serve others, putting myself, at that moment, it's not me time, and that I have to remember that. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going, but
It's okay. All right, this may be a little hard for you since you said you've wanted to be a preacher since you were 5.
Oh,
But
I have
if-
an answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
if you weren't a preacher,
Yeah.
what do you think you would be doing?
Stand-up comedy. I mean it with all my heart.
That's
really.
awesome.
Yeah. I love to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And I love listening to stand-up comedians discuss their craft. Mm-hmm. It's extremely similar to what a preacher does, in terms of just interaction with a public, the kind of energy that a room gives, all that kind of stuff, the analysis of how you structure storytelling and sentences and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. So if I hear Jerry Seinfeld is going to be talking about comedy, I will straight up listen to him because not just doing comedy, but talking about how he writes comedy. And the whole process of that is fascinating to me. I find it intersects a lot with what I do, and I would have loved to have gone that route with it in a different life. Yeah.
okay.
That's great.
Thank you guys for tuning in today. If you would like and subscribe, and then share this everywhere and with everyone you know. Catch you guys again soon. Thank you.